having a lot of peel with the taunt, but I'm actually not quite sure. I mean, the idea is, of course, Vi goes in, ults the Sivir, then Galio making his heroic entrance, everybody just trying to get onto that Sivir in the backline.
A power point in a fearless meta, as Skeens is looking for a potential steal. Bellya's going to spot him, but gets over the wall, and the flashes have to be traded. The knockup's going to be there. Carries on the rotation, and Belya likely down for the first blood.
Oh my, just gets taken out, and more than that, is going to lose both these Krugs and likely this red buff if Skeens feels like he can stick around to be able to steal it away. That's a ton to just be missing out on at this point in the map with no real hope for Velya of being able to turn it around. Baus also getting jumped right here. Armut flashes, just gets it. Oh my god.
Flashes in an autos.
Okay.
Maybe Baus waiting to dodge a flash Q here. Velya using the topside river, but doesn't really have lanes in a good position. Cassante and Orianna both coming down to shove him out of there.
And this is not going to be that easy trade. And this is what we saw in the first game where SuperMassive were able to get both Grubs and the Drake. Nemesis does get jumped though, ulted.
Ooh, gets the stun actually, and Baus coming in with the ultimate. Nemesis has to be careful, but they've locked up the Cassante. Reckless. Both supports taking their dues. Nemesis gets 6, gets the ult onto Fiesta, and this time the credit goes to the mid laner. Strolls away with about 100 total resources left.
Spell Shield is used well and is just going to be able to step away. But because they step up a little bit too far, do the members of SuperMassive, they end up giving over 2 kills and the 3 grubs. A definitive loss right there, and it loses them quite a lot of the advantage they've worked so hard for.
Barely picks up that third run before Skeens round the corner. Level 6 on deck. Velya, no such luck. On a classic Syndra counter from years and years ago as Crowny, currently on his own, has to flash early away. If Carry can get the slow dashes over there, the polymorph is there. Baus is going for the turret dive. Still gets traded back. It's feats of warfare for SuperMassive, but in a 1 versus 2, Crowny gets one back. Velya still not level 6. Skeens is on his own. Fiesta's trying to come over to help. Drops the ultimate. Velya is getting pummeled right now in his own jungle. Fiesta picking up the credit. Nemesis now not to where he needs to go.
Still able to walk away. A little bit of trading back and forth.
Crowny.
Can you jump
on
on the wall?
How's this happened? This is unfortunate for the Zeri. You can see that the 3 pincers stepping into position over the course of the last 30 seconds. Skeens drops pretty low, but ultimately that Zeri was never getting out of there. Massive no. That Velya is on vision. You see he's sweeping. He's wondering if they actually know he's there as Baus gets knocked back. And then the ult from Armut. He's on a 1v1 now. Cannot do anything. He just gets diced up by the Cassante.
That's the second solo kill. They're now 2 for 2 in terms of solo kills right here.
Shields. And the threat was never really there. Fiesta did ult at some stage in the last little while. Not sure when, but Los Ratones are going to head on to the Dragon. They are likely to even this up 1 apiece as the Void Grubs go down. So it's going to be 3 to each side, as now Baus has got a nice little angle onto the Orianna. There's the Syndra ultimate coming out, and Syndra picks up the second kill of the game.
Put up this mid lane for quite a good bit of pushing. They're also going to go into a bow here.
Committed, but Carry is there, ready and waiting. I think Los Ratones thought that Lulu was not in range. But now this pairing, you can see the Enchanter combo doing its work. Reckless coming down to support. Crowny wants to get Bao dead before the TP comes in. Trying to hit these Qs, but Bao is backstepping every one of them. And now Reckless in with the Janet ultimate. Fiesta's TP'd in, but has just transferred himself into a nightmare. Pushed back towards the blue turret. And Reckless with the shields. Crowny with the endless shots. Flashes traded in the end. But big money for Crowny. 3 kills in the Zeri's pocket.
As much as Crowny wasn't hitting all of the autos early on, it wasn't so bad. Baus flashes away. He's dead again? No. Yes? Oh my god.
One more tower shot. Velya's round the corner. He should be able to stop Armut from getting away with this one clean. In comes the Q. The Vault Breaker's there. Casante's gonna get beaten down eventually.
Does he?
Eventually. The shield is coming around the corner. Knockup cancels the Vault Breaker, and now Nemesis is trying to come up. Skeens splashing in, and Armut is doing tricks on it. That was a crazy play from him. Are in possession of significant gold leads themselves. Reckless even, with a little bit of a lead over Carry. Not that matters, but Armut and Skeens are heavily ahead of their counterparts. Baus and Velya struggling in this game third. Bot tower secured, it's more gold.
Yes, exactly. You need to keep the momentum up right now for SuperMassive. They're trying to do so by getting themselves this Rift Herald. They're going to lose quite a lot of pressure onto this mid lane tower. I think Crowny not quite going to be able to take this one out without risking his own life. They're actually going to get engaged upon.
Ulted onto him, flashing from Carry for the knock-up off the Lulu ultimate. Aggressive play, and Velya just strolls away into the brush. Nothing to be done for you, my friend. Love that from the Lulu.
The Drake right here would be a great swing for them. This is the kind of acceleration they needed.
Ratones are still happy to contest it without their 4 kills. Zeri, this feels like a ballsy maneuver. Armut with no TP, counting it in there. They get the ult onto Fiesta, but where's the follow-up? Balsalt comes in, a couple of knockups. Bao taking a bit of damage. Nemesis is there, and Velia flies in to secure it. Skeens looking to get this kill back, but the rest of the fight has collapsed for SuperMassive.
Can he get the Drake?
Skeens,
Can he get the Drake?
all of a sudden finds himself abandoned in the pit, sneaks away the Drake, but still falls at the end.
And see the
What?
reason.
Triple kill?
Yep. Oh man. Janna, triple kill. Reckless has so many triple kills in his career. I don't think any of them were on Janna though. That's pretty crazy to be able to pick up. Ratones about 1,000 gold lead. They're going to lose out on quite a lot of that right now. As you can see, SuperMassive, they're going to drop the herald they were able to get at the beginning of that set of plays. Mid lane tower going to crumble in their faces. I don't know if they can try turn this one around into another bit of a fight right here. And everybody's got all their tools available.
Armut starting it up. The rest of SuperMassive pretty compressed in that middle of the river. Velia, Nemesis on the flank, Baus on the other. You can find that critical first TC. They're looking for Bao. In they come. Flash away does the Sivir. The Galio wants to follow. They don't quite get the knockup. Ratones dived so deep, and Crowdy gets picked off from the side. He's too focused. SuperMassive peel back beautifully, and Lost Ratones lose 2 on the engage.
Really well played right there out of Skeens, and they're going to head straight on down to pick up this Atakan. Lost Ratones, they thought they had a good team fight available to them, but they just aren't able to get any of the key engages or ultis off. And everybody just gets scattered to the 4 corners once again. 2 deaths, the Atakan and the Drake, means that SuperMassive, as we said, pivotal team fight, well, they are coming out well and truly on top.
All those roses scattered as well. A big XP boost in the pocket of SuperMassive. Armut ticking over to level 16 already. Off the back of that, he's 5 levels above Reckless. Shields and ults as well. Speed boost from Bao. Skeens has a lot of ability to play with. Crowny finally picking up that turret in topside. And the rest of SuperMassive moving into top river.
Drake. And that's the something that SuperMassive are going to be looking to play around next.
Armut finally left with that bot lane tower, picks it up.
If you can reset this team fight out even better, I think that means SuperMassive, they're going to have to look for a fight for themselves, otherwise it's a big waste.
Oh, lovely damage onto Skeens, drops down very low and gets the ultimate off a taunt over the wall from Baus.
They need to
beautiful positioning, but the double up from Fiesta, instantly Reckless has to drop the ultimate, keeping Baus holding that front line. Armut still on his own, drags Velia through into the mincemeat. And the jungler still goes down. Somehow Skeens is the one walking away, and Lost Ratones are left scrabbling for a kill.
The fact that during that team fight, Skeens is in a 1v1 versus the Rift Scuttler is insane. Absolutely, Will. There are no questions right now about the way that Armut is playing. Fully showing up for his region at the moment. You can see he's stepping up so aggressively right now. Gets the box back.
Bit of damage. Reckless loses half his HP. Skeens looking for a little bit more. Lost Ratones peeling back. Crowny is on his own. Flashed away and ulted. But where's the rest of the Ratones? They all went the other way. And Nemesis steps away from the shockwave, but they cannot find a kill again. People are just slicing through the Ratones. Reckless and Nemesis have taken 2, and they are both down below a 3rd HP, but they still step forward in the 4v5 with Cassante still with ultimate. Reckless Janna ultimate tries to get the healing up. Armut's trying to stop them. Baus on the front line. Stuns from Nemesis. Flash away from the Galio, and Armut stepping forward once again. He's half HP, but they don't have the DPS, and Chemtech Soul has been secured for SuperMassive. Lost Ratones are now on the wrong side of the map. Double stun for Nemesis. Can he get the ult off? It doesn't even matter. He's just been shut down, and the Lulu ult saves Skeens. This is a catastrophe for the NLC. And SuperMassive finally, after struggling to wrest control properly away from Lost Ratones for 30 minutes in this 3rd game, they've got the Soul, they've got the Baron, they're in the position LR were in game number 2. That Venn diagram that is Fearless Lovers and Cassante Haters is basically one big circle. They only have to deal with this for 1 game in the series. And I think all the Lost Ratones fans are glad of that, because Armut has just been absolutely unstoppable. Control of this push, not offer a target for that pick potential that Ratones has, and they'll be looking at base towers before long.
need to keep the pressure up. Still got a minute and a half left on this Baron.
From the fight, Los Ratones have to cede all the ground possible. Baus is on a deep flank position, has not been discovered as of yet. Carry trying to pop some of these blast cones to give him an angle in. Snuffler comes down, Reckless is now in position, Nemesis is in position, Baus on the flank gets good damage actually onto Fiesta's Orianna. It's a decent start for them as Elder down below half HP. Velio charging the Q, waiting for the opportunity, lets it time out.
Ooh.
In comes Armut, looking for the aggression, but doesn't find it. A flash away from Velio and a Baus ultimate stops the first engage. But where are the critical carries? Where's Crowny? Where's Nemesis? Orianna ult catches 3 of them! And just like that, Los Ratones are wiped off the face of the Rift. Elder is down, and just like that, supermassive clap down on the Los Ratones comeback. There's the ace, and surely that's going to be the game.
That will be the game right here. The death timers are way too long for the members of Los Ratones to get back and be able to defend their Nexus. With the Elder taken, what a crazy end to this game that is. Fiesta missed quite a lot of shockwaves in that game, but when it matters, when everything was on the line, the team fight back and forth messy, he hits a massive one, and that's going to be match point here for Supermassive.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.